Blackburn
Enterprises.
Thank you for coming to my channel. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Back with a new series review. Today we're going to be reviewing
The Shy.
The Shy, Season 4. Right?
Yep, Season 4.
Okay, just making sure. Of course, everybody knows this is directed by and created by the talented Lena Waithe. Alright, so we want to go ahead and we'll go ahead and dive on in.
Yeah, let's dive on into it.
So what you want to start with first? Because it touches on a lot of topics. A lot of
topics.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
So what you want to start with first?
So, okay, we can start with Emmett got his business popping.
I knew you was going to start with Emmett.
I mean, he got his business popping, you know, it's positive, good gossip, you know.
Yeah, he got the
barbecue place.
Yeah, the little barbecue joint, and actually Papa is one of his employees. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty proud of Emmett this season. Emmett definitely stepped all the way up. Mm-hmm. He's you know, when the shop first started, he was very immature. He only thought about getting gals and wearing J's. And since then, you know, he's stepped up. You know, he's about being a family man and being very mature.
Mm-hmm. Helping his friend out.
What friend?
He was helping Keisha out and stuff.
Oh,
being there for Keisha.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing too. Hopefully, I can remember to come back to that.
Okay.
But the thing is, with him, the interesting thing about that, with him stepping up and being super mature, I don't know if Tiff enjoys this new Emmett. Yeah. So to speak. And of course, another thing that really pushed that is the fact that he ended up cheating on. Spoiler alert! So if we breaking it down, so if you ain't seen it, then you know, my bad.
Click off, go watch it. Come back.
Exactly. But he ended up cheating on Tiff with Dom. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's what's her name?
Her name is
Lala's character.
Lala.
So he ended up cheating last season with her. So so in addition to the new marriage life, and I think marriage kind of being. I think it was boring for her, and him cheating and her tired to get cheated on. It kind of brings additional stress. So they end up doing what? Having
an open marriage, or agreeing upon having an open marriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did that end up working?
Ooh, Tiff loved it, but Emmett not so much. He's like, man, I just want to be with my wife and my family. Mm-hmm. I ain't about this life anymore. But the tables always turn, you know.
Tables do turn.
Karma is a
you know what. So yeah, tables do turn with that situation. Another thing with Emmett, like you said, I do like how his relationship with Keisha has evolved. He's almost like a big brother, so to speak, to her, and that's and again, that points out to how Emmett is, and I like how his
maturity level.
I like how they're able to show that relationship between an ex. I know there's this thing out there, and you can comment down below if you see how you feel about it. Like, how do you feel about being friends with your exes? Mm-hmm. And I think this points out that you definitely can be friends with your exes. Emmett pretty much is someone that Keisha can come to lean on, you know, and ask questions anytime she has questions or what have you. Yeah. So let's get into Keisha. What's going on with her life?
Keisha's about to give birth in this season. You know, she went on gave birth, and at first, you know, she found a person she was gonna give her baby to, Tabitha. Mm-hmm. Tabitha Brown is her real name.
That's her real name.
Yes.
Shout out to Tabitha Brown.
Yeah, she did her thing, and she had a beautiful birth too. That was another thing that we don't talk about, having a doula and having a water birth.
Yeah, so that was dope. Again, shouts to Lena, actually being able to show that on TV.
Yeah. But then she changes her mind, and she's like, you know, I want my baby back.
Right. Which was crazy. Like, I didn't even know how to feel about that. Like, you, because obviously, what was the lady's name?
Tabitha.
Yeah, Tabitha's character, you know, she hadn't been able to have kids, so, you know, they're having this conversation, they're meeting, you know, and Keisha's just like, you know what, you're the person, you know, that I'm going to give my kid to. And then you end up reneging on
the gift.
on the kid.
And you gave the gift.
How you gonna renege on the kid?
Yeah, that's a deeper dig.
It's a deep one. It's a deep one. But you know what though? The character that she plays on there though, it seems like that's how she is in real life though. Like that's probably how she would handle it in real life. But that was a tough thing to go through.
Yeah.
And
she ended up naming the baby after Ronnie.
Yeah, which was
beautiful.
dope. Yeah, that was dope. You know, her being able to name the child after him. And she's not the only one that's going through stuff in his household. There's also Kevin, and Kevin has I don't know, man. It's hard to. I think what Lena Waithe and what the shot did was to show is sometimes what teenagers and teenage men or teenage boys, going from boys to men, go through. Like they have so much going on and not having an outlet. And you know what I would be willing to submit is him not having. I don't know. Y'all might push me down or whatever, but whatever. Him not having a male figure in his life to connect with like he was initially is really what added to the stress. Because if you look at Brandon, and of course I know some people are like, okay, Brandon's gonna get over, but that connection that they had, you know, where he was able to talk and kind of vent and whatever. And I know, and Emmett, to me, Emmett has his own stuff going on this season, so he really haven't been able to be there. So with everything that Kevin has gone through, and him not having really an outlet or whatever, he's trying to figure out things or whatever, it kind of comes out, you know, the way it did, and it actually stresses his relationship and Jemma's relationship.
Yeah, it does. And he doesn't know, like, Jemma's a really strong black young female.
Shout out to Jemma, like she is
she is a rebel.
She is.
I love her.
If Say Aloud, I'm Black and I'm Proud was a person.
That's it. That's it. And he's like he's not even sure of who he is right now.
Right.
To even be on that level. So.
Oh, he's always like a play it safe kind of. And you know what's interesting? I just not thought about that. You know, and which is kind of the inverse is that you know usually they say that daughters like men that are like their fathers, and really Kevin is like her dad. Like he kind of is the person that doesn't want to stir any trouble, don't want to, you know, don't want to rock the boat or stir the pot too much. Yeah. But I think she didn't, you know, Jemma didn't like that about that, and I think that's why she ended up kind of switching two sides. Once we going to Jake, which is a crazy situation. Well, not really crazy. I feel like this is a common situation that happens, but you know, of course, people feel like, you know, that's the bro code. You know, you don't do that. But one thing that I kept saying was the fact that if we're keeping it all the way 100, Kevin was dating Maisha first, and then they broke up, and then Papa started dating her. So, I mean, I know there's differences or whatever, but yeah. So what how you feeling? What you feeling?
I agree. It was I mean, I don't know if his
people calling in the middle of our video.
I don't know if Maisha and Kevin was as deep as, because you know, I guess he lost his, you know, virginity to Jemma, so it was a little different.
I think we can say virginity on YouTube.
Yeah, you can. I think you can.
But yeah.
So yeah, I think she grew Jake up though. I think Jemma grew him up a little bit, because he was like, I ain't never be that guy. Right. You never say never.
So I think, but it's also a combination. It was a combination of Jemma and Trig being in his life, I think, and even Imani's character. You know, being just the whole, you know, him having the whole family dynamic and him having questions, and Trig, you can definitely tell that Trig wants, you know, Jake to be better than him. You know, he wants him to not go down that same road that, you know, that he went when he was that age. So, but yeah, speaking of Jake though, Jake stepped all the way up too. I think from just the amount of the different things that he went through, or whatever, just, you know, dealing with police brutality and, you know, and the way he dealt with it. And then that whole situation, you know, with the police brutality and how Kevin reacted to it, I think also was really the wedge that
broke him and Jemma.
Right. I mean, between him and Jemma and him and Kevin.
Jake.
Yeah, him and Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake, because Kevin was kind of that, you know, he just trying to play it cool, like I don't want to disturb the peace.
Trouble.
And, you know, Jake is with it, you know what I'm saying? And Jemma's with it just as much. So I think that's how that end up happening. But comment down below how y'all feel about, you know, dating somebody your friends dated. You know, how does that make you feel? Or what's the rules on that? How you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one. So also going on within that same household is Kevin's mom. She has a lot of things going on. Nina and Dre. Nina and Dre are the epitome of what happens when you do not communicate.
That's it. That's it.
Dre, well, in this season, of course, Dre is taking care of Nina, and Nina is Emmett's mom. And no, am I saying that right? No. I kept doing it wrong. Jada.
Yeah, Jada.
So Dre's taking care of Jada.
They best friends.
Yeah, they best friends. Yeah, which is Jada is Emmett's mom, because
Yes.
Jada finds out that she has cancer, which is heartbreaking when she finds out, and that's just Jada shouts out. I can't think. I'm not sure her real name, but she played that character, just going through that heartbreak of having cancer, and then just going through the part of having to shave her head because she's going through chemo and she's losing her hair. And just that was really a touching episode.
It was.
So shout out to her. But Dre is, helping her through, this cancer situation. And Nina is, was trying to figure out what Dre's doing. And so what do you think about, Dre not keeping it 100 and not telling her?
Well, she was just honoring Jada's wishes, because Jada said, "Don't tell Nina, because I don't want everybody worrying about me. I'm not ready to tell everybody yet." And of course, her son dated her daughter, so she hadn't told Emmett at that time, and so that was another thing. Like if she would have told Nina,
it probably would have had domino effect.
Yeah, then everybody mad at his mom for not telling him.
Yeah.
And so, she had to keep that secret and honor her and let her do it. But she should have trusted Dre that she wasn't cheating on her. Like, I don't know what other.
She should have. But I mean, you
but
can't blame her. But because even I'm trying to remember the episode when Jada basically says, if I would have been Dre, I probably would have thought the same. She was saying it kind of jokingly, but that's when a lot of truth is said in jest, and so then that's when the truth came out or whatever. And shouts out to the brat, shout out, slid on in there, you know what I'm saying, saw opening, you know what I'm saying, and got it on real quick, you know what I'm saying. So
the brat,
shout out to the brat on that. But yeah, so there's something else y'all can comment down below. What do y'all think? Who was wrong there? Was Dre wrong for not communicating, or should have Nina just trusted her during that situation?
Yeah.
Okay, so what else we got going on?
Then we got Papa and Maisha. Maisha blowing up.
Up.
Papa got his own little podcast and stuff, but Maisha
he's trying to have a podcast.
He was talking or whatever on the thing.
But
he had his boy on there, Jake, and remember he had his little podcast started, but it wasn't. But Maisha took off with her modeling thing.
No, she was an artist. She's a rap artist.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought she was just modeling, but
this guy.
But he kind of felt some type of way, and she was like, "I need my space. Like, you doing too much a little bit. You're a little jealous of my stardom." Yeah.
So it was like It was a particular part where they were both at the interview, and it was
Maisha's interview.
It was Maisha's interview, but Papa pretty much inserted himself, to shout out his show and shout out. Make it about him when it was about Maisha, and from that point, their relationship kind of went there. So, how do you feel about dealing when you're in a relationship and somebody's getting all the shine, and somebody else wants that shine, but they're not getting any?
Well, I know, you see how we take turns when we talk. Like, I can't overtalk him. I gotta let him get his stuff out,
I mean, yeah, but
sit back for a minute and see what's going on.
Yeah, but this is we're equal though. In that particular situation, they're not equal.
True.
So
true.
What do you do? How do you handle life? As my old pastor Brianna used to say, how do you handle life when your significant other is getting all the praise and getting all the glory, and you're not getting any?
You gotta let them shine. Sometimes you gotta take a seat back and just and hold them up from the back. Stand behind your man, stand behind your lady.
Well, yeah, Papa's a young one, so
he didn't know about that.
I don't think
he ain't ready for that yet.
I don't think he's ready for that.
That's grown up stuff.
All right, speaking of grown up stuff, let's get into Douda.
Oh my gosh,
Douda is such an interesting character.
I love Douda's
character. I do too.
You love to hate him.
But he's the epitome of people. I feel like he has qualities. He has just for example, like his feelings for Jake. Still, you could argue either way. Does he really love Jake? some people be like, no. Some people be like, well, maybe he does. I feel like he does have a soft spot for him. But you'd be like, well, how he could do that? And he had
his brother.
what's the name? Damn, I can't think of his name right now. But it had him killed.
Reg.
Yeah, Reg. Yeah, good job. Yeah, he had him killed. And so, speaking of wanting to do good things, he ended up doing, and I think that was an interesting thing that the Shy chose to do was, or making that a plot within the storyline of, defunding the police. And of course, that's a cuss word to some people or in some political factions or what have you. But within the black community, that's the thing that a lot of us, agree or look at positively. And so, that's a tight rope to walk down when you're a politician. And for Douda to be like, I'm tired of police brutality. I'm tired of, police not respecting us. From this day forth, we're going to defund the police.
Yeah.
And it brings up an interesting thing of, okay, so, because that's what some people that have the rebuttal is. And if you're going to have the true argument about it, okay, so what's the alternative? And the alternative was, of course, what
the community
and us policing ourselves. So,
they did a really good job too. They closed down a trafficking house.
Yeah.
And they tried to stop some violence.
But
sometimes they were successful, and they showed the realness of how that can be too.
Right.
Like not just everything's gonna be roses and petals. We're gonna have people going through some stuff.
Yeah, make sure we get back to Douda, but I want to stay there for a second. It does definitely give you a picture into the toxicity of relationships. But here's the interesting thing and I think oftentimes it happens in a lot of relationships. Like even though you're constantly butting heads, it like magnets, you still come to each other. So in that particular situation, when they was trying to break up the relationship, or not necessarily
Trig was trying to
or trying
intervene.
to mediate, so to speak, the relationship, they still like no one ever was like, okay, I'm done.
Leave.
I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Because
they was throwing stuff, and
I'm laughing because and that's
she had her little OnlyFans going on.
That's why I started laughing, because that's what it was. Because he was bad that she got OnlyFans, but she like,
I'm making money.
I'm making money, and money. Bills these bills don't stop.
Right.
So y'all go ahead and comment below. Tell me how y'all feel about that. How y'all feel about
your lady.
You know what I'm saying? Or a woman having OnlyFans, or or doing whatever she has to do to get money. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all side with her? You know what I'm saying? Or do you side with the guy? Pretty much feeling like he didn't want her to do that. Well, yeah. So circling back to Douda, yeah, he did that. He as far as defunding the police, and he also started a relationship with Tracy.
Yes, he did.
And
she was already a advocate for the black community too, so that kind of made him, you know what I'm saying, weaseled himself in there.
But I ain't gonna lie, I did not see this coming.
I didn't either.
Did not see this coming.
No.
I didn't think that was gonna happen. And I think the overall, and just like the conversation we always have, I think it's really about because dude, I mean he has swag, but in addition to having the swag, it was his stature and his
power.
Money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
power.
to have the house that he had, and have a personal cook, and have
he's
this
a politician. Money. He's what, the mayor of Chicago. So he got money.
So when it comes to money and status or whatever, I think that played a lot into it as well. And the interesting thing that happened between them is, as they were doing what they were doing,
his wife walked in.
Yeah, which is Candy's character.
Rosalind.
Yeah, Rosalind. Her character, walked in while they was getting ready to get to the dude, and then they stop or whatever, and Candy's like, don't stop on my account. I like to watch. Which I don't know. I kind of seen that coming as well. I thought they was gonna get a little three-way action going on or whatever personally, but she likes to watch. Which is a crazy thing.
Him and Candy had an interesting marriage anyway. They spatted a lot, so I don't know.
Yeah,
boo boo.
Yeah, their relationship is interesting in itself. Like you can't never really figure it out. It's like
do y'all like each other?
Yeah,
for real? What?
Right.
What are y'all doing?
What's really good? But yeah, so coming back to Trig and his household, he's trying to help everybody. And while he's doing that, his household is
falling apart.
It's not so it's falling apart. So of course he's helping everybody, and his homeboy, which is Jason Weaver's character. I can't think of his name. But shout out to Jason Weaver. I feel like he did an excellent job.
He did.
And during this season, just playing that friend that getting out of jail, been in jail for a long time, and they go back, saying like 4 flats, and so he's being there for his friend, and sometimes being there for a friend can become a detriment to your relationship, and that's definitely what happened to Trig. And it even happened more when his friend, I guess, found out that Imani was transgender. So it made him feel some kind of way, and from that point, he started treating Imani like sideways. So, and the thing about it, and I think I almost wish they could have delved deeper into that, because if we're keeping it 100, I think he felt some kind of way, because when he first got out, he was attracted to her. When he got out, he was flirting with her. He was talking about, you got a sister and you this and the third or whatever. So now I guess
questioning himself.
Now because he obviously comes from, I guess some would say he's been raised in toxic masculinity, and that you're taught a certain way and you're taught to feel a certain way. So he felt a certain way, being attracted to someone that was transgender. So,
that's right.
But I wish they could have delved into them more, and just even having a conversation and him having his feelings and just discussing and talking about, how he felt and why he felt the way he felt. But I did like how, it was real, and I think that's something that bothered Imani. I think her name was Jasmine in real life. Kind of in real life, because these were stressful situations, and I'm pretty sure that's something that she goes through, that she deals with. Within the Black community, we oftentimes do ostracize, the LGBT community, and so for her to have to play that out, on screen or whatever, and something that I'm pretty sure that bothers her, and to go through that, I'm sure that was a stressful situation. So kudos to her to actually push through and and present that and play that on screen. And in addition, to
bring awareness to that,
right? And to bring awareness. And I like how eventually they was able to to talk it out, and Jason Weaver's character was almost he was able to check himself, about
and
how
he also help her out. Like, he stood up for her towards the end and was like, no, this is my family. You leave her alone,
And the interesting thing, I think the little boy that he checked, I felt like that was the dude that killed Ronnie. Comment down below if you know or not. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the dude that killed Ronnie. If I'm not the same little boy that killed Ronnie. I'm not 100% sure, but
yeah, he does look like him.
Y'all let me know.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was everything.
Well, one other little thing, it was minor, but Keisha, she's dealing with her trauma, and she got a little new boo. She got a little new boo, and he's a different type of guy, and he's kind of like patient and loving with her and caring.
And he's what I think a lot of people would say is lame.
Yeah, but he is really taking his time with her, and I think he's helping her through. But that was all.
Right.
Make sure.
And I think that points out to how everything that glitters ain't gold. So if Keisha would have went to probably what she normally was attracted to, they might not
have been so gentle. With
they wouldn't have been so gentle and had the patience and. Just even understanding her situation, understanding her pregnancy, understanding her being captured, and understanding her being triggered, and just having the patience to deal with all that. Kudos to him, and kudos to Keisha for having the patience to, and eventually giving him a chance.
That's it. Yeah.
All right. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to go ahead and give this season a rating?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna rate it an A+.
Okay.
A+ this season.
A+.
Lena showed out. She showed up and brought awareness to so many different topics in the Black community that I haven't seen on TV like this.
Whew, you just put me on the spot there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Ditto.
I don't think I'm gonna give it an A plus
Okay.
though. I think I'm gonna give it a B plus.
Okay.
Like maybe that's, I don't know, but I feel like this was the season. The season was excellent. The acting was excellent. Don't want to change it. Don't want to change it. Okay. I'm gonna give it an A minus.
Okay.
I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change it to an A minus. A minus. Now, if I had one thing to complain about, I only have one thing that I didn't like, and that was, and I guess it went that way just because the season had to continue to go. Was how Brenda's mom came up. You know what I'm saying?
Random.
She popped up out the blue.
Where you come from?
But she didn't even finish the job. Like, I felt like it wouldn't have been no pap, and then it would have been pap. You know what I'm saying? Like, she would have made sure that the job was done, not just shot him once and been like, okay, that's for my son, and I'm out.
Disappeared.
Right, and then disappeared
talk about it
and
no more.
never heard of again.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay. Maybe she's coming back in the next season.
Maybe. So, but I kind of was like, okay, cool, because if you watched, our countdown, our top 10 countdown of the best black TV series of 2020, The Chi was on there, and one of my gripes on there was kind of like how season 3 left a lot of things, unfinished. You know what I'm saying? So I do like how she came in, but she was like, all right, I'm here.
I'm gone. Right, she's
so,
Batman. She's in and out.
So I kind of would have liked if that would have got, worked out a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? I would have been happy about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all right. So there you go. So if you want to go ahead and do us a favor, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. It definitely helps out the channel and definitely gives the opportunity for other people to see our videos. And if you're not subscribed, come on, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead and hit that button. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We definitely do series reviews. We do movie reviews. Sometimes we talk serious subjects, and we got a lot going on in this channel, so you won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
And if you want to do one more favor, it's a button right beside it. It's a little bell. If you want to go ahead and hit that bell, you'll get a notification every time we drop a video. And if you want to do us one more favor and comment one more comment, I know I told you I comment a lot.
Yeah, a lot of comments.
I did have a lot of comments, but go ahead and comment one more time below. And what should they comment?
Who is your favorite character on The Chi, and why?
Who's your favorite character? On why? And I'm gonna add some. In addition to your favorite character, what was the favorite subject matter that they talked about this season?
That's a good one.
All right, we definitely appreciate each and every one of you, and I guess we'll holler at you. Peace.